Well, there is a new term among professionals that has been gaining popularity. You might have heard this here recently. It's called quiet quitting. It is a trend that has some companies worried about the next wave of workers, though. Here to talk more about this afternoon is financial expert and host of the Good Money podcast, Derek Kinney. Derek, thanks for being with us today. And I think a lot of people have probably heard this said here recently, but in case they haven't, what is quiet quitting and why is it popular right now?
Well, Jason, great to be with you as always. Quiet quitting is a new term by this next generation of workers that basically says, I want to put in the least amount of effort and energy to my job to then leave and go home and do the things I really want to do, which is everything away from my job. And that mentality is new because it also places so much power in the hands of the employee, which clearly is where the momentum is right now for so many employees.
Yeah, this may have been something that people fantasized about before, but didn't necessarily do because the labor market didn't really allow them to have that power to do it. So the curiosity here is what makes this movement different from employees in the past who may have just done the minimum to get by at work? We've all kind of known someone like that.
Now, you weren't talking to me directly there, Jason, just to make sure. You know, it's interesting because so many people under their breath would say, look, I'm just here from 9 to 5. I want to get out of here. I'm going to do the minimum I can. But nobody really verbalized it. Now, Jason, what's happening is the power has shifted squarely to the employee. And they know that, look, I can jump ship. I can make money elsewhere. I don't really care. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And bottom line, this doesn't mean that everybody who just puts in the minimum doesn't care about their job, but by this trend that we're seeing, and also we're seeing many times out of college, HR people are training people not just how to do their job, but for someone to do their very first job. So for many people graduating, this is a big culture shock, and for employers, it's a big troublesome spot to deal with right now.
Standpoint of the company, what does that mean? I mean, you're trying to increase productivity and profits, and you've got people who are almost just racing to get out of the office.
Well, the bottom line is where there's emergencies and crisis, there's always opportunities. And so for someone, and this is a knock that millennials have for the longest time, they're lazy, they're entitled, they just want the CEO job tomorrow. For people who can go in and impress an employer and say, look, I know others have this mentality, but I'm coming here to work. I'm coming here to help you grow your business, increase sales, reduce costs, help make a name for myself in this company. You will have now more opportunities because you're going to be the minority of people who express, I want to be here and I want to grow and I want to make more money.
So this sounds like it's good for people who are more career-minded, a little bit more driven. It sounds like it could be really bad, though, if you're a quiet quitter and you expect a good reference down the road.
Well, it could be. And the bottom line is, if your mentality is, look, I don't want to work here, I want to do something else, that's one thing. But if your mentality is really, look, I don't like to work in the first place, that could be a real problem. But what I would tell people is this, whenever there's economic uncertainty like we have right now, if you don't like your job, think about starting your own company or starting a side hustle. So there's always some motivation. If every part of your life is down in the dumps, that's a really terrible way to live.
Derek Kinney, author of Good Money Revolution, with us today. Derek, we are out of time for this, so we're going to let you quietly quit and go away from the Zoom now.
I love it. Thank you, Jason. Good to be with you.